Jeffrey Rosen, president of the National Constitution Center and author of the recent book, Conversations with RBG, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg on Life, Love, Liberty, and Law. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Good morning.
You spent a lot of time talking to her. Tell us about the Ruth Bader Ginsburg you got to know.
She was the most focused, productive, empathetic hero I've ever had the privilege of knowing. And it was remarkable to talk to her. In these conversations, there were long pauses between the questions and the answers. And you had to wait in the silences. You knew she was about to come up and say something extraordinary. And she always did. That clip you just played, someone who did the best she could with the talents that were given her, is just one example of how she used every single moment of the day for productive work so that she could help others. And in the process, she transformed America. It's still stunning to think that even yesterday we had with us one of the greatest advocates for constitutional change in American history. This is one of the most significant historical figures of our time, as Chief Justice Roberts said in his statement. But for those of us who had the great privilege of knowing her, I could meet her 30 years ago as a young law clerk. We bonded over opera, which gave her greater joy than anything else, because she said it took her outside of herself, and she didn't think about her briefs and arguments. She was bonded with the beautiful music, just as an inspiration for all Americans. And it's really important for all of us to unite around her inspirational example today of using every moment of the day productively so that you can serve something larger than yourself and, in the process, improve the world.
She was very clearly aware of the balance of the current court and her role in that. What do you think her death means for what the court will look like going forward?
Well, of course, it's a great tragedy that she passed at this polarized time. And her granddaughter reports that one of her last wishes, she called it a fervent wish, was that she would be replaced after the presidential election. And that's because I hope that people who hear that last wish from her granddaughter will hear that not as a partisan statement, but a statement about the legitimacy of the court. Justice Ginsburg understood that if her seat were to be filled under these extremely polarizing circumstances, it would harm the court's nonpartisan legitimacy. Citizens would come to think of it as just a political body, and that would not do honor to the legacy of maintaining the legitimacy of the court that she cared so much about.
Jeff Rosen, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Dan?
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.